Ladies and gentlemen, will you welcome to the stage Deputy Contingent Leader Peter Rogers. Thank you and welcome to ISTogether. Thank you very much for coming today. We hope you enjoyed that introduction. It's just to show how different it is going to be culturally. You know, when does it finish? When do you applaud? How does it work? So, I hid, it was fine for me. So, welcome to this event for the IST. I say IST, some of you are JPT and I'll deal with all that, but for the weekend we're going to call you the IST, so we don't have to say it. There's almost 700 of the IST here this weekend, yeah, and almost 650 of those managed to book. And we'll talk about that later as well. Yes, sorry, yes, it's okay, we have managed to squeeze you in, that's why we're a bit short of chairs. So I might make all those who didn't, book come and sit at the front, so I can see that would be good. But you are very welcome. The other thing I wanted to say is that in terms of age ranges here this weekend, we have people from 16 and 11 months, so who will be 17 in the next 2 weeks, if you like, so that they can be 18 before they go. Up to our, and I did check, it was all right to say, our most senior citizen is 72 and a half, so it's fantastic to have. No, that's not me, thank you very much. So there's a fantastic age range, but part of the reason I'm saying that to you is, don't forget this is not an all-adult event this weekend. I hope I don't need to say anything more than that. There are just under 100 Explorer Scouts here at the moment. It was quite frightening signing a consent form and a permission to camp form for 91 kids that I'd never met. There are 2 instructions for those, this is all the briefing you're going to get. Be very, very good, don't be naughty, or don't get caught. For the adults, behave yourself or your Jamboree experience will be over by Monday. So we're going to press on. Although somebody I want to introduce just before we move on, I am the Deputy Contingent Leader. Byron Chapman, the Contingent Leader, will be here tomorrow. My role for the contingent is after the people side of things, so all of you and all the young people that are going, that's my role as Deputy Contingent Leader. There is another Deputy Contingent Leader, Chris Lomas. Chris does all the really easy stuff like travel and logistics and all that. I don't know why we needed a deputy really, but Chris is here as well. But the most important person in your life, as far as your Jamboree experience is concerned, is Liz Smith. Liz is a member of the senior management team, and her job is solely to make the IST experience the best possible that we can make. Liz Smith.
You mean I've got to...
Yeah.
Good evening, good afternoon, good afternoon. We've been here such a long time, but it's absolutely fantastic to see your faces and to know that you're all here and you're all dying to get on with what you've come for and find out a bit more about what we're doing in Japan. So really, I'm going to keep it fairly brief to say the purpose of this weekend, it's a training weekend, it's a preparation weekend, but it's for you to have lots of fun and to meet people from your regions, from those that you're going to be going travelling with, find out those who've never been to a jamboree before, those of you who are a bit more senior and have been to jamborees before. So that's going to be, and oh, I mustn't forget the tents. Have you seen the tents? Because I'm sure those of you who've already been out there are absolutely bowled over by them, but do go and have a look at the tents, because, well, more of that a bit later, but that's what we're here for. But I understand I'm here to do the domestics, all right? Here, the lights will come down and the oxygen. No, seriously, folks. First of all, toilets. There are lots of them around the place. There we are. Chairs. The chairs, Peter's already mentioned that we've got just about enough chairs, so you can imagine the logistics that's gone into organising, getting you in one place, sorting you all out and sorting out the programme. So what I would say is, you will have, when you booked in, you've got your programme, you've got your little sticker, you know where you're supposed to be, and I'll explain where the tents are in a minute. But the most important thing at the end of this session, if you are in Marquee 1, is the chairs stay put. If you're on the programme have got Japanese activities, I hope it's all become a bit clearer what they are now, because we have been really lucky to have Chaucer College with us, the ones who demonstrated just now. They will be out in Mouse's meeting hole, which is over somewhere out there in the trees, and that will be for you to go and meet with them, have a go at doing the calligraphy, origami. They'll probably be doing another go at doing the drumming. So really your chance to experience meeting Japanese people. Yeah, so the chairs, if you've got, if you're in Marquee 1 here, or if you've got the Japanese activities, you don't need to take a chair. The rest of you, the good news is, you take your chair, you pick up your chair, and you take it with you to your next venue, and you leave it there. Okay, so that's that. We've got the fire exits. The fire exits, we are not, as they say, we are not expecting a fire drill or a practice, so if we do need a fire practice, it's a leisurely, no running, no talking, over to the car park area. First aid, well, here, lots and lots of first responders, first aiders on a scout camp should be fixed. All we would say is, if it's absolutely major, then you need to find somebody in a pink shirt, because they know what they're doing. Okay? They know what they're doing. All right. Oh, and of course, do we want to, yes, give us a wave, John. John in that very fetching cowboy hat there. He's getting ready for this evening. Oh, wow. John is out from the team. He's our designated first aider. We will also have the doctor from the contingent joining us this evening, Kirsty. Okay. Food. Hopefully you've all been fed, or those of you who've been up to the catering tents and you've seen what's been on offer, so you know how the system works. Please, for this evening, food is available, or the times that are on your tickets. What we have done is, those people were put in the regions, after the regions, there's gets-togethers for those of you who are going to Dubai, Beijing, the cultural tour, all those wonderful extra optional tours that you're going for. So you can actually get to meet those people who you'll be spending extra time with after the Jamboree. You'll be going to meals with them afterwards as well. So everybody's got a slightly different time. I have to tell you that this is Marquee 1. Have you all found out where Marquee 2 is? Marquee 2 is, point me in the right direction, is it that way? Oh, look at that, that's lovely. I've got a vision of the CST pointing in the right direction. Fantastic. The Fiesta tents are labelled. I have to say that their Fiesta tents are A, B, C, D and F, and they're either side of the road, of the path. Fiesta G, when it comes to the regional get-together, Wales. Have we got the Welsh contingent here? Thank you, Wales. Wales, you're going to love this. It's a picnic area adjacent to Marquee 2 for very special people. And we've got group from London. Where are the Londons? The London, you are in a marquee, and that's behind Marquee 2. Okay, so there we are. And I've mentioned Yeah, that's the food. Tea and coffee is available at the back, and I believe that's the housekeeping, apart from me to say have a fab time, and what comes next is going to be fab. So over to our next slide.